everyone, please turn off your cell phones. We're going to get started. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. We're about to begin our service. Let's everyone take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Hopefully your cell phones are off. Hello to everyone in our cyber live stream world. We're so blessed to be together here on this wonderful Shabbat. Hine Matov, page 128 in your Siddurim if you need it. Hine Matov u'manayim Shabbat achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim Shabbat achim gam yachad. Hine matov Shabbat achim gam yachad. Shabbat achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim Shabbat achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim Shabbat achim gam yachad. Hine matov ya la la ya la 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 la. Hine matov ya la la ya la 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 la. Hine matov u'manayim Shabbat achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim Shabbat achim gam yachad. Shabbat achim gam yachad. Please turn to page 142 for Shalom Aleichem as we welcome in the Sabbath angels. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharei, Malachei Elyon, Vimelech Malachei Hamelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem LaShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Vimelech Malachei Hamelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Yadai Dai, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharei, Malachei Elyon, Vimelech Malachei Hamelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem LaShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Vimelech Malachei Hamelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem LaShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Vimelech Malachei Hamelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Yadai Boachem LaShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Vimelech Malachei Hamelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruch Hu Nile Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Vimelech Malachei Hamelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruch Hu Nile Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Vimelech Baruchu. Sechem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon, rinelech malachei hamelachim, hakadosh baruchu. Sechem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon, rinelech malachei hamelachim, hakadosh baruchu. Yadai sechem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon, rinelech malachei hamelachim, hakadosh baruch hu. There's a lot of ruach in this room. Page 138, as we do Lacha Dodi. Lacha Lacha Dodi, Likrat Likrat Kala, Tanei Tanei Shabbat Nekabbalah. Lacha Lacha Dodi, Likrat Likrat Kala, Tanei Tanei Shabbat Nekabbalah. La 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 Lacha Dodi, Likrat Likrat Kala, Tanei Tanei Shabbat Nekabbalah. Lacha Lacha Dodi, Likrat Likrat Kala, Tanei Tanei Shabbat Nekabbalah. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmiyanu el hamichad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'Shem u'Letiferet v'Livini la 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 Hadoti, Likrat Likrat Kala, Tanei Tanei Shabbat Nekabbalah. Lacha Lacha Dodi, Likrat Likrat Kala, Tanei Tanei Shabbat Nekabbalah. Verse 5. Hitoreri, hitoreri, kiva orekmi ori, ori ori shidaberi, kavod Adonai, like la 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 hadodi, likrat likrat kala, tanei tanei Shabbat Nekabbalah. Lacha Lacha Dodi, Likrat Likrat Kala, Tanei Tanei Shabbat Nekabbalah. Verse 9. Boi v'shalom aterekala, gam besimcha v'sohala, tochemene hamselula, v'ichala, v'ichala. Lacha Lacha Dodi, Likrat Likrat Kala, Tanei Tanei Shabbat Nekabbalah. Lacha Lacha Dodi, Likrat Likrat Kala, Tanei Tanei Shabbat Nekabbalah. Tanei Tanei Shabbat Nekabbalah. Tanei Tanei Shabbat Nekabbalah. Please be seated. Let us read together on the bottom of page 141. Adonai is sovereign. God is robed in grandeur. Adonai is robed. God is girded with strength. The world stands firm. It cannot be shaken. Your throne stands firm from of old. From eternity you have existed. The ocean sounds, Adonai. The ocean sounds its thunder. The ocean sounds its pounding. Above the thunder of the mighty waters, more majestic than the breakers of the sea, is Adonai majestic on high. Your decrees are indeed enduring. Holiness befits your house, Adonai, for all times, and all that ocean. This is the beginning tomorrow evening of Tisha B'Av, and you're supposed to stay away from the ocean. So more of that later. So thought we'd just throw that in tonight just for the sake of it. Okay, since we live by the beach in the ocean, bottom of page 145, and then the Hatsu Kaddish on page 144. Entrances to holiness are everywhere, 145. The possibility of ascent is all the time. Even at unlikely times and through unlikely places, there is no place on earth without the presence. The Hatzikadash on page 144. Yitadav yikadash meraba ve'almad yivarach yirutei ve'yamlich malachutei v'chayechon u'yomechon u'v'chayei v'chol beit Yisrael v'agala v'agala u'bizman karivinaru Yehi shmei rabba mevarach le'alam lal me'almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudasha v'rechu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tishvechata v'nechemata da'amiran ve'alma v'yimerech Amen. And now the Baruch Hu. And if you need it, it's on page 147. Yeah, la 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 la. Yeah, la 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 la. Yeah, la 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 la. Yeah, la 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 la. Yeah, la 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 la. Yeah, la 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 la. Yeah, 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 la 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed. Please be seated. And now, let us read on the bottom of page 147. O God, you are as near as the very air we breathe, yet farther than the farthermost star. We yearn to reach you. We seek the light and the warmth of your presence. Though we say you are near, we are lonely and alone. Oh, let our desire be so strong that it will tear the veil that keeps you from our sight. Let your light release our darkness and reveal the glory and the joy of your presence. In our evening prayer, our Ma'ariv, Aravim on page 148. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidbaro Ma'ariv, Aravim, v'chochma poteach she'arim, uvikuna meshaneh itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umisader et hakochavim, v'mishmerotehem barakira kirtzono, v'reyom b'layla, v'leil or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, u'mavir yom, u'mevi layla, u'mavdil ben yom u'vein layla, Adonai Sebaot Shemo, El Chai v'kayam, Tamidim l'choleinu le'olam va'ed, v'haruch atah Adonai, Hamariv Aravim. And let us read on the bottom of page 149. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Ahavat Olam on page 150. Ahavat olam Israel Amcha ahavta Amcha ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadata Otanu limadata Akim Adonai Eloheinu v'Shofeinu V'Kumeinu Nasiach v'Chukecha V'Nizmach V'Divrei Toratecha V'Mitzvotecha Le'olam v'amen Ki hem chayenu Ve'orech yameinu Nege yomam v'layla Nege yomam v'layla Be'ahavatecha al tasir Rimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael Ohev Amo Yisrael. And let's read the text underneath the prayer on page 150. Everlasting love you offered your people Yisrael by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people, Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael. And now the Shema on page 152 and 153. If you'd like to stand for the Shema, please do. Or if you want to be in the cocoon of your own being, do that as well. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Ve'ahavta on page 154. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadevarim ha'eleh asher anachi metzavecha hayom ha'levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartavam v'shitecha v'veitecha v'lechtecha v'derech v'shoftecha v'kumecha v'kashartam le'od al yadecha v'hayu letotafot v'neinecha v'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha v'visharecha leman tizkaru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hiyatem kedoshim le'lohechem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lachem le'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem Amen. And now, if you will turn to page 157. On the bottom, let us read together before the Micha Mocha and at the Micha Mocha, and then following page if you want to get up and dance or shake your tushy in your pews, whatever you want to do. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered at Sinai. We bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again, we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Yisrael did, singing on the shores of the sea. Micha Mocha, page 158. Well, Judy is just fresh from Africa, and I see she's got that rhythm going in her step. She doesn't even need to hold hands with anyone. Whatever that move was, that worked. That was really good. I was liking that. So is God. Oh, so page 160. At this time, let us do Hashkivenu. And as we think about the prayer, when we go into Ufros Elenu, we ask that God spread over us like a blanket, a shelter of peace. We need this so desperately, our entire world at this time. And most particularly, as this is the evening before the memorial and the celebration of life for our dear member, Tony Wolfe, our president's husband, we ask that this blanket of love and peace be spread over us, reaching from the earthly realm into the spiritual realm as we all gather together under the umbrella of Adonai. Hashkivenu, page 160. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu, Leshalom, לשלום, להעמידנו, שומרנו לחיים. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך. אמן. ופרוס עלינו שלום And now, Vishamru on page 162. Shamayim v'haaretz v'shamerim b'nei Yisrael et haShabbat la'aseh et haShabbat le'dorotam b'rit olam u'vayom hashvi Shabbat v'yinafash Shabbat Shabbat v'yinafash v'shamerim b'nei Yisrael et haShabbat la'aseh et haShabbat le'dorotam b'rit olam. Please rise for the Amidah on page 164, 166, 168, and then it concludes on page 170. Rise only if you're able. Ananana Adonai, Ananana Sfatai Tifta, Ananana Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha, Ananana Adonai, Ananana Svatai Tita. Ananana Ufiagi. Ufiagi Tahila Teha. Ananana. Adonai, Ananana Svatai Tifkach, Ananana Ufiagi Tahilatecha. 164. Adonai Sephatai Tiftach Ufiagi Tahilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor, V'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, Bekonei Hakol, Ezocher Hastei Avot V'Imahot, U'Mevi Gela Libnei V'Nehem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach Magin, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham Bezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei Meitim Atah, Rav Lehoshia, Morid Hatov, Mechalkel Chayim Bechesed, Mechayei Hakol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Bedofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem emunato lishenei afar michamocha b'gevuro umido melech memit umechayeh umatzmiach Yeshua v'ne'eman atah l'chayot mechakol baruch atah Adonai v'chayei hametim atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh v'kadoshim b'chol yom v'halalecha sela baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. Please be seated. On page 174, let's do Ritzeh. And let us read the English. Find favor, Adonai our God, with your people Yisrael, and accept their prayer in love. May the worship of your people Yisrael always be acceptable. God, who is near to all who call, turn lovingly to your servants. Pour out your spirit upon us. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Well, we begin a new book of the Torah this Shabbat. It is the last book. Does anyone know what it's called? And in Hebrew? Devarim. Very good. The Shabbat is Parshat Devarim. It is also, as I said, when the sun goes down, Havdalah actually tomorrow, it is Tisha B'Av. When we remember the destruction, how many temples were destroyed? Of the two holy temples. The sages taught all mitzvot practiced by a mourner are likewise practiced on the 9th of Av. So we are meant, there's actually a fast. Of course, many of us here don't fast on those days, but we have a much older population too, so you shouldn't fast if you need to not fast for health reasons. But we are supposed to simulate mourning just as we do on Yom Kippur. And so we are meant to think about the temples and how they've been destroyed and the great loss that we had. But it's interesting, and I was mentioning this to Diana, that we will be memorializing our dear founding member, Tony Wolfe, tomorrow when Tisha B'Av begins at sundown. So as we grieve and mourn with the family, we are all of Judaism all the Jews in the world connected in that umbrella of grief that extends to us all. And Tony was so devoted to his Judaism. So hopefully as we contemplate this, we will all be lifted up in that umbrella, that Sukkat Shalom of peace, as we contemplate what it means to experience loss and what it means to experience love. Devarim is all about words and the power that they have in our lives to influence us both positively and negatively. Kabbalists state, we've all heard the phrase, think before you speak. How many of you do that all the time? This week, we learn the value of waiting before giving constructive criticism. And this is from the Kabbalistic point of view. The energy of Devarim teaches us the importance of coming from a place of sharing if we want our feedback to be helpful and not harmful. So before sharing your constructive criticism with someone, ask yourself, did they ask for my feedback? How many of you ever gave it when nobody was asking for it? Is it coming only from a place of wanting to help without any ego, no ego from me, from yourself? And do I actually have total love in my heart for this person? So am I being judgmental? Am I being combative? Am I really coming from a pure space to help elevate them with what we have to share, with positive words of constructive criticism? I don't even like that criticism is after constructive, maybe just sharing so that we can all evolve. So when we can answer yes to all of these questions, this is when we have purified our intention and that what we say will be pure and true and positive sharing. How many times have you caught yourself speaking just too quickly, saying things you didn't mean, and it's just coming out like diarrhea of the mouth? You can't help it, it's just out there. And there's a wonderful children's high holiday story. Once you squeeze that toothpaste out of the tube, you cannot put it back in. So you may not truly mean what you're saying, and you may actually be sorry afterwards. So we need to think about how words have the power to shape and mold, and also how words have the power to destroy, to belittle, to shame, to cause guilt and suffering. So we need to be mindful and choose our words carefully. Words reflect and influence behavior. In the Torah, God spoke, and the entire world came into being. Moses relaying all those words and commands that God gave to him. When we contemplate the destruction of the two temples, we need to reflect upon the power of our words, this Devarim Shabbat, and what they can do to destroy relationships, jobs, and other personal and professional situations, but also how can they uplift and elevate and nurture. We must think about Lashon Hara, gossip, and how this can be the biggest culprit affecting both the speaker and also the listener with negativity. When we smash the glass at a wedding, which we just did a couple of weeks ago and we're going to do next week for Sierra, we remember the destruction of the two temples, and we contemplate how even good can come from destruction. The destruction that remains begets something new when you rebuild. And Rabbinic Judaism was born, and the belief that we all carry Torah with us wherever we go. We are the Torah. We have that story within us. And we don't have to have a structure. We have the structure in the vessel of our own being. And that's what the destruction of the temple has begot. We needed to know that we don't have to go to a physical space. We don't have to go somewhere and make our sacrifices. We just need to know that we need to be mindful of the mitzvot, carry those commandments and that love of Judaism and Adonai within us, and take it with us wherever we go. This is why we have the tzitzit on the talit. This is why we have mezuzot on our doors, to remind us when we come and when we go, we carry God and Torah with us. An important concept as we start to think about centuries, almost 6,000 centuries, and we contemplate our lives, especially in this period where we are moving toward High Holy Days. I know it is hard to think about that, but it is 7 weeks away. That's coming. We are already starting to prepare. August is a time when the musicians start to prepare. I've already written my Yom Kippur sermon, so now I'm going to go backwards. But it's a wonderful time to think about how we want to evolve and grow, and what matters, what we can let go of, what is positive, what is negative, what is holding us back, what is keeping us from being the best that we can be, and what seeds do we want to plant for the new year, so that out of destruction, new blooms, just like in the winter when all of the leaves fall off the trees, not so many in California, but then little blooms come up in springtime, and we are reborn, and we are renewed, and we can create something bigger and better. So may the morning that we experience in this Tisha B'Av time, and as one collective, bind us together as we think about our beloved Tony as well. We'll hear many words of blessing that will honor and elevate him, words that will bless his memory. May this morning that we experience bind us together and illuminate not only Tony, but all the people who have sacrificed and come before, people in his family, many people will be here to reflect upon that, but all of us, going all the way back to the time of the two temples, the sacrifices, the devotion, and the fact that we're still here. What does that mean? As we go through this Shabbat, stay away from the ocean if you can. No surfing, you guys. From sundown on Saturday and through sundown on Sunday. This is the custom that I said is observed on Tisha B'Av. And there is a song which we will be singing, By the Waters of Babylon. Why? Because the temples were by the waters of Babylon. And contemplate how your words can be used for good. May we reflect as we culminate the most negative 3 weeks in our Jewish calendar. Has anyone had any negativity in the last 3 weeks? Directing ourselves towards High Holy Day, and may we be positive influences in this world which so desperately needs it. May we be the influence for healing and light. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may be God's will. Shabbat Shalom. So now, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And you can imagine yourself by the sea. Or you can imagine yourself in a holy temple with water right around you. Or you can imagine what it might have looked like and the devastation you might have felt when it was destroyed. And you can imagine what it might have been like to then have to go out and be responsible for carrying Judaism with you wherever you go. That's what we did when we started Emet. We were wandering Jews, and we carried it with us wherever we went, and we built this building, and who knows what lies ahead, but we will carry it with us wherever we go. Deep breath in, deep breath out, by the waters of Babylon. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So now if you will turn to, we're going to do the Misha Barak on page 371. And so, you know, on the East Coast, they're 3 hours ahead. So I called my daughter and son-in-law and my granddaughter. And my daughter, who works at New York Presbyterian as a chaplain, says, "Mom," you know, because you all know she's Orthodox, "you will be so proud of me. I had a patient who was a devout Reform Jew. Sang him the Debbie Friedman Misha Barak. She was so happy. And of course, I knew it." So let our prayers of healing go out to all the world, even that patient over there at New York Presbyterian, and to those that are in need of healing in our own community. And not only just a healing of body, but of spirit. A refuah shlema, Misha Barak, page 371. Misha Barak, Avotenu, Mekor Avraham, Ve'imotenu, may the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Think of the names in your heart of your loved ones. Misha Barak, Imotenu, Mekor Avraham, Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, And now, if you're able to rise, we're going to do the Aleinu on page 586 at the bottom as the ark is open. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, l'teik gedolah l'ser breshit, shelo asanu kegoyei haratzah, velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chalkeinu kalhem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shehu notei shamayim ve'yosed haaretz, u'moshe v'yekaru b'shamayim mima'al, v'shahinat uzel, v'shahinat uzel, v'gov he'meromim, Hu Eloheinu Einod, Emet Lakeinu Efes Ulato, Kakatu V'Torato, V'Yadata Hayom, V'Yadata Hayom, V'Shevota El Lavavecha, Ki Adonai Hu HaElohim, B'Shamayim Mima'al, Ve'al Haaretz Mitachai, Einod, 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 V'Ne'emar, V'Haya Adonai, L'Melech al Kol Haaretz, Bayom Hahu, Yehyeh Adonai Echad, U'Shema, U'Shema, Ushama Echad. Please be seated. Sandra, do you have a presentation? A little surprise. Do you want to say a few words?
Yes. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
I have here gifts for our band because Sisterhood thought it was appropriate to say thank you so much for your wonderful talent. We so appreciate you. And here's a little something. It's musical. Hold on.
Okay. Do we have a demonstration? They're all, waiting with bated breath to hear. Well, maybe one of them can do it. Well, okay, so Stacy, you want to open it? Might be easier for you. Oh. Stacy, you want to open it so that?
Yep.
We'll put the microphone. Ah, she's out of town. She's out of town. Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't that great? Does it play music, or you just drink it and you connect to the music in your soul?
It does.
What? There you go. There you go. What's that?
Praise music.
She's good, isn't she? Oh, it has the strainer.
No, it's not. It's a lid.
What? Oh my gosh, look at how beautiful that is. I don't know, it's almost too beautiful to drink out of. The handle, yes. Look at that. That is really something.
This is going to be a family heirloom.
Yeah, that is so beautiful. Dan, they're really good with the piano. Oh, thank you so much. That is so wonderful. Thank you.
It works.
Woo-hoo! Thank you to our musicians. Did you want to read that or something? Was that something you were supposed to read? Oh, okay. Oh, it's for Diana. She gets a gift from Sisterhood. Sunny has something she wants to say. Do you want to come up here so people can hear you on the live stream? Okay. You can stand in front and I'll just hand this to you.
Okay.
Here you go.
We noticed. Hello, everybody out there.
Yeah, they're actually right there. And over there.
At any rate, we noticed that when we have services in the evening, that we didn't have a pretty matchbox.
We lost it
anymore.
somewhere along the way. It seems to have found a home somewhere else.
So Sisterhood decided that we should do something about that, too.
Oh, how wonderful.
So Rabbi Didi, this
Oh.
is for the temple.
Look, oh my goodness, look at how beautiful. And it has the jewels of the 12 tribes on it. Thank you to our lovely ladies of Sisterhood. Judy, I'm just going to give this straight to you, or should we lock it up in my office every time? Here, you can come on. Judy, who's just back from Africa, I tried to get her to talk tonight, maybe another night. Isn't this beautiful? Here, show. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's gorgeous. I really, yeah, we should lock it up.
We're thinking about you.
Aw, thank you. That's very good. May we be blessed with your thoughts. So now we come to the part of our service where we do the mourner's Kaddish on 598, and I'm going to ask Alan and Risa to come forward. Risa and Alan Stern. They are longtime friends of the Wolf family, but most particularly Risa was a student of Tony's in middle school. And they've kept together, and they're part of the Temple Emet family. They come and they share with us all the time. And we're thrilled to have them. You're going to hear some words that Risa has to say about Tony tomorrow, and then also in the program. And these are people who actually observe the tradition of saying Kaddish for a parent or a loved one for the full 11 months. That last month, your person who's passed, for the merit of something they might have done good in their life, they can have that elevation as well. But is there anything that you wanted to say, or you just want to jump right into it?
I think we'll just jump right into
Okay.
it. The words will come tomorrow.
598, everyone, page 598. And do you both want a microphone?
Yud Gadol, Yud Kadash, Shemei Rabbah.
Please rise, if you can. Divrach Hirutei, V'amlich Malchutei, V'chai Lechon,
V'yom Echon, Chayei D'chol Beit Yisrael.
Barkadalah, Zman Karev, V'Meru, Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabam, V'Varach, Le'elam, U'Lamei Amaya. Yishbarach, V'Yishtabach, V'Yishpa'ar, V'Yishramam, V'Yisnaseh. V'Yitadar, V'Yitalev, V'Yitalo, Shemei D'Kedusha, V'Richu. Le'elam Minko, V'Yirchata, V'Shirata, Tushbechata, V'Nechemata, Da'amiram, V'Yalma, V'Yiru, Amen. Yehi Shalama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'Chaim, Aleinu V'Kol Yisrael, V'Yiru, Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Ramav, Hu Yaseh Shalom, Aleinu V'Kol Yisrael, V'Yiru, Amen. May God, who is the author of life and death, the creator of everything seen and unseen, grant eternal rest and peace to our loved ones in the heavenly realm. If you have someone who has died in the last 7 days, would you please say their name?
My niece, Leo, Jane, she was 21.
Oh, so sorry.
Buried this morning in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Oh, so sorry to hear. May she be a memory and a blessing to you all. In the last 30 days, the Shloshim period, so you can just say his name, his English name.
Roger Michael Antonio Wolf.
You can say it too. Michael Tony. Great. Harriet. Mira. Amy. Is there anyone else that's lost anyone in the last 30 days, the Shloshim period? The last 11 months, if you've lost someone, please raise your hand. Harriet. If you're observing the yard site, the anniversary of a loved one's death. Oh, of Sunny, do you have a name? Anybody else? Dan? Mark Riker?
Yeah, my cousin, Syrian.
Diana?
My husband's mother, Fanny Contract Wolf. My mother, Sylvia Bush Kaplan. And my stepfather's brother, Arnold Brother.
And how wonderful, they're all going to be up there having a party while we're celebrating his life, all with the yard site at the same time. Sunny, yes.
It's also my father's yard site, and it is actually on the 6th. And it was, I believe, when he died.
Well, may he bring light to the world and with his righteousness. Anybody else? May God bless them on high, and may those of you that are mourning and suffering at this time find peace in the loving embrace of those friends and family that love you, and the embrace of Adonai. Because together we say, Amen. Please be seated. And now our president is going to say some announcements, and then we are going to dedicate. Oh, Alan, are you okay? Yeah, no. We have shades of memory from the other place. The Yom Kippur, was it Yom Kippur? Oh my gosh. All right. I hope you're okay. Okay, good. I think you need more ice cream for that. We have 2 sets of flowers today, and I think one of them was for someone that said happy birthday. I think we need, Natalie, we need to contact them, but we're enjoying them right now. Someone had a birthday blessing.
But this one said M&M. That was Marcus and Millichap.
This one said happy birthday from 5 or 6 different people. Yom Haledet Sameach. Thank you for sharing with us.
We
But we
looked at
probably
it,
should
and
let
it was
them know.
Marcus and Millichap who sent the flowers. That's Mira's boss. He also made a very lovely donation to Temple Emet.
Well, then you know what? Someone else has our Shabbat flowers, because if that was from your boss, then the ones that you sponsor,
Oh well.
well, then those are ours after all. We'll have to make a phone call.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to all of you here in our building and those at home watching on live stream. And thanks always to Mark Tannen for his work on the live stream, And thank you all for your wonderful support for me and my family. Really appreciate it. I did sponsor the service and the flowers, and in memory of Tony. And as I said, Mira's boss, the other ones. Interesting. Thank you, Rabbi Dini. Beautiful service as usual. And Dan Spector, thank you so much for the music. And you recovered from COVID, yay. I'm so happy. And to our terrific, wonderful musicians, Marianne and Amy and Stacy. We miss you, Hilda. Hope you're having fun wherever you are. Our next Friday Shabbat service is a new member open house on August 19th, and it starts at 5 o'clock with dinner. I sound like a New Yorker sometimes. Dinner, okay, from Lisa's Bon Appetit. You need to pre-order your meals by August 15, and you'll do that with Judy Fratkin, and let her know. Check your emails. Our service then will start at 6:30, and our next lunch bunch meeting is this coming Wednesday at Truxton's at 12:30. So let me know if you're going to be joining us, okay? You can email me. I'm going to send out an email to the group, and the Pizzelles are very happy. Yes, well, I am too. I like that. As you know, the memorial service for Tony is tomorrow at 11 o'clock. I do recommend that those who are coming show up a little bit early. There are, I don't know, 118, maybe 120 people, who knows. People come and go every day. Mira tells me the number changes. The front half of the parking lot closest to the street will be parking for disabled only. Our security will be telling people to go to the Korean church 2 doors down or on the street. If you have disability issues, you may park in the lot. There will be a tent that will be seating about 98 people, and there's some seating indoors for those who don't want to be outside. Now, we are going to have Mr. Fans because it's going to be warm, and we don't want you to be uncomfortable. So, yeah. There'll be also some covered outdoor seating for any people who feel that they need to sit outside. We will have all our doors open, and of course the air conditioners will be going. So masks are going to be required for tomorrow because of the number of people, and we're not going to put any more than 4 to a pew, and hopefully we'll be just fine. The service will be live streamed. The link, I believe, has gone out, and will go out again tonight. If you have trouble getting on, we gave you Brian's phone number. Don't call Mark, he's going to be busy, but Brian will have able to answer questions. If you have any other questions, either ask Mira back there or me. And dinner tonight after service will be at Roma's Cucina. And if you haven't already done so, please let me or Rabbi know if you're joining us. I would like to thank Sisterhood for this beautiful tribute. It says, an orchid of 10 trees will be planted in memory of Roger Michael Antonio Wolfe. May this serve as a living tribute to his memory. With love, the Temple Emet Sisterhood. I am deeply touched. Thank you so much. I got through it. I only cried part of the time. I'm hanging in there. Shabbat Shalom.
We love you. We love you. So you're going to stay up here because we're going to do the dedication. Yeah, so let's call up Mira and Amy as we dedicate. And Mark Riker, do you want to be a part of this? Or? Okay, so you want to, okay, so as you see up here, we have our Aleph Bet, which is all lit up, and also our tribes, our 12 tribes. And we also, the board is right over here where the actual name is. I don't know. Go ahead.
So we're going to do the tribe first. And we chose the tribe of Asher because Tony's Hebrew name is Avraham. So Asher is the tribe. And it says, Roger Michael Antonio Wolfe, 10/21/34 through 7/6/22, a true mensch, Diana, and family. And the second one we did was Aleph, again for Abraham. And it says, in loving memory of Abraham Muttel Yerachmiel, Diana, Amy, Mira, and Cameron. And we also
Have a leaf.
have a leaf, because the Wolf family never does anything just a little bit.
They're doing all three. We create order
Yes.
out of the chaos in the world, right? When we have
Yes,
things.
and Lynn, thank you so much. Lynn is going to purchase a letter. Mem. Okay.
Okay, we're
Thank
coming
you.
over here to the Tree of Life, and we're going to. Mark Riper
made
will
it.
point out which leaf it is. And Diana, do you want to read it, or do you want to have Amy and Mira read it?
I'm going to have Amy and Mira read it.
Okay, Amy and Mira are going to read it. And Mark, can you give the microphone to Amy so they both have a microphone? Okay.
What am I reading?
No, this one right here.
Roger Tony Wolf, 10/21/34 to 7/6/22. Thanks for the love and music, the Wolf Pack.
Woohoo! Let's sing some Simen Tov and Mazel Tov because he is a blessing and we want to celebrate him. Simen Tov and Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simen Tov, Simen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simen Tov, Simen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simen Tov, Yehelanu. Simen Tov and Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simen Tov, Simen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simen Tov, Simen Tov and Mazel Tov, Simen Tov, Yehelanu. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, oh Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, oh Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, oh Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, oh Yisrael. We will celebrate Tony tomorrow. Remember, I don't know if you saw, and even if you didn't RSVP, if you want to come and you're here tonight, please let Mira, the blonde over there, or Amy, the brunette, or Diana, the redhead over there, or myself, let us know, and we'll figure out how to make it work. So everyone is invited to celebrate Tony, and if you looked at the invitation, it says you don't have to wear all black. You can be festive in some color, as it is to celebrate. Diana's going to do blue. I will do some black and some color as well. Because after all, I am the rabbi. I should probably have a little bit of black. But I am a colorful rabbi. So I will add some color if my hair isn't enough. So now, if you can rise, now that you've sat down, we're going to bless one another with the Birkat Kohanim. And in English, may God bless you and keep you. May God's countenance shine upon you. May God be with you always and grant you strength. You can come over there if you want, or you can go down and be with Diana if you want. I don't care. Whatever you want. I love you all. It's all good. Come in here. I'm not going to fight. Are we ready? Wait, Mira's coming to Mom. Thank you again to our wonderful musicians and our musical director for you being on the Bima, everyone who participated. Thank you to our sisterhood. We're grateful to have Lisa and Alan here with us, and of course, we're blessing Diana, our president, and her family, and everyone in the community. Thank you for being here. And of course, we thank God for the gift of family and community. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may be God's will. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. What are we singing as our closing song? Okay, Oseh Shalom. You can stay up here if you want. Oseh Shalom Bimrama. Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Ve'imru. I want it. Yaseh Shalom. Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom. Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al Kol everyone, please join us at D. Roma's. Thank you.